And it says we're live.
Yeah, lies.
Like a dog.
I'm grouchy. Having to wear a t-shirt and jeans. I'm not happy about it.
Hush.
All right. So if you want to donate money here, or don't money, period, send it here.
Because it's technically fall, but it's 94 out there.
Yes, 94 out there. I'm having to wear a t-shirt and jeans. I'm not happy. If you like coffee, order it from King Harvest. Let them know you got about it here. Let them know you heard about it here.
But
I
that,
can talk.
spit it out. Spit it out.
Ouch. Maybe they'll send us more.
And
I'm grouchy.
we have reasons.
Yes.
So we'll go ahead and start with that. Get that out of the way. Cedar is here with us today.
Yes, nominally.
Cedar being Cedar.
Yeah.
She's over here being mother.
Yeah. So you can start. Since the question was raised.
I'm having to carry a cereal box with a red dot on it, and I'm not happy. Remind me what the question was.
A cereal box with a red dot?
Why you were
Oh, that, yes.
yeah.
Okay. People want to know the threat assessments. I've forgotten the word. Apply? No. I pay for updates from Stratfor and CSIS. I'm also on a DoD and a DOS email server. And believe it or not, campus reform. Today, campus reform has been a national day of rage in support of Hamas being stupid. And Wichita Falls has MSU, which is a liberal arts college. So also
Shepherd.
DOD and Stratfor and CSIS have any place the military bases should be on alert. So Rita has been going somewhere every morning, and I figured it's a great, huge, soft target. It's covered in thou shalt not carry here signs. So I went in, and I was telling these two, staggered in because she's got an early appointment. I walk in, and I'm wearing, you see what I'm wearing, and I've got wearing my straw hat, so my bush hat. And there's another guy in there who's wearing a Hawaiian shirt. His was red, and an olive drab T-shirt, and jeans, and a baseball hat. And he had sleeve tats, his wrists clear up, and looks like a CrossFitter, about 20 years younger than me. And we kind of looked at each other and nodded. And Rita goes back to do what she's been having to do. So we're leaning against stuff and looking out the big bay window into the parking lot. And I'm not focused that much on the inside. And I feel this little tug. It's like, what the hell? And the nurse, she's probably in her 30s, little bitty thing, very trim, very fit, has some red and yellow tattoos just below her scrubs, hands me a coffee and says, thank you for your service, which, by the way, I hate. I kind of look at her. She wanders off, goes to the other guy, hands him coffee, and she says something. He says something, and she pats his waistline, smiles at him, and goes back behind the counter. Like, shit, got busted. Fuck. God damn it.
Yeah, Stratfor,
CSIS. Smamco's good, but they're behind the ball a lot.
Yeah.
They're about a week behind.
Early Bird.
There's an African one I do. It's a private email thing. Even Barlow's on there.
Yeah. Anyway, they are pretty much good if you're interested in what's going on in the larger scope of the world without the political mainstream media bullshit.
So today was the day of rage in support of a whole bunch of assholes.
Which will carry over till tomorrow.
And tomorrow, Hamas has issued a call for jihad.
Yep.
And everybody's being... It's fun. You read the Stratfor. Are they trained now? There was Stratfor when I first subscribed.
It's still Stratfor.
You see, they're being very, it's the call and with the underlying of, well, why don't you put the 42 up and take the 37?
Yeah. And Strat 4 is $249 a year. It's well worth it, in my
Worth it.
opinion. I also get the early bird. And one of the more interesting things, well, Ike is underway. Ike Battle Group's underway out of Norfolk. Earlier than scheduled, quote unquote. And the 26 Mu has just been pulled out of a exercise in Kuwait.
Yeah, I saw that. That was part of the alert this morning.
So they are
They're loaded up and headed out to sea.
loading up and going somewhere.
What exactly is Stratfor? STRATFOR, Strategic Forces, Stratfor. It's out of Austin, Texas. And it's some good old boys that spent a lot of time places we never went. And they decided in 96 to leverage their intelligence gathering and dissemination abilities to actually make money. And they were bought by Train. Stratfor is they're smart. They're good folks. They're smart. They don't go overboard. And you need to be on the subscription for the paid subscription program for the good stuff.
Yeah, it's one of about 3 or 4 intel sites that are.
They supply intel to corporations.
Yeah, among other things.
Corporations, small governments, big governments, and individuals.
Yeah.
If you can pick through the reports.
And you can also get reports.
Yep.
Menus aren't cheap to move, but they can move fast. Yes. Also, one of our authors, one of Raconteur Press authors, is actually in Israel.
Yeah.
And let me step back here.
Yuri, I forgot his last name.
Curly and check.
Curly and check. One of our authors is in Israel, and he's running supplies.
Yeah.
Also, we have a congressman on the ground.
Yep.
In Israel.
And I think the Pineapple Express is also firing back up.
So Yuri his story is in Moggies in Space.
Yep.
So if anyone has not yet picked up a copy and would like to actually support the young man who's doing rather brave things, I mean, he served his time like all young men, but now he's doing extra.
We've all got close friends that have lost people.
The other thing is, it's important right now to remember that there are a lot of people here who would do us damage.
Yeah.
And you cannot believe the media.
Well, I'm watching the campus, like I said, campus reform. I'm watching the Palestinian bullshit going on.
Yeah.
And anybody that's followed me for any length of time, especially on the blog, knows that I am not about blaming an entire group for the actions that are loonies.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to get twitchy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bullshit going on, especially in colleges around the Palestinian thing.
Oh, yeah.
By kids that
Don't know any better.
frankly need to shut up and eat their dino nuggies at the small table until they grow up.
Yeah. My favorite one right now is the one from Harvard that is now whining and complaining that she lost her job because of what she said.
Oh, it's not just that one.
Yeah.
It's, oh my God, there was Justice for Palestine or some bullshit organization like that published a manifesto in support of the whole thing. And several very large and somewhat liberal corporations on X, like this place that does it's ride sharing for apartments, sort of thing. Where it said we would like the list of everyone who signed that, so that we will never hire them in the future.
Yep.
Well,
And,
Playboy fired.
What's her nuts?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, they did. Holy crap!
Yeah, so there is pushback coming, and it's coming from the tech and finance industries because a lot of the people in tech and finance are Jewish.
Well, and also there's Elon Musk, bless his heart. I don't think of Elon Musk as being, the savior or the tech wizard that everyone
Yeah.
gives him credit for. I will give him a great deal of credit for being a gadfly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has done something before when these little Islamist shit wagons went on the rampage. Twitter would sink it. They'd film their atrocities,
Yep.
and they put it all over social media like one does when
Yeah.
you're an Islamist shit wagon, and the social media would hide it.
Yeah.
Well, Elon's not doing that anymore.
Yep.
So all of their atrocities, everyone can see. And it's at the point, what blows my mind,
Yeah.
it's at the point the EU is about to sanction him.
Yeah.
For allowing these videos to remain up on Twitter or X or whatever the hell it's called these days. I don't care.
X Twitter.
X Twitter,
X
whatever.
Twitter.
So he's allowing things that irritate the hell out of me.
Yeah.
He's allowing the videos that they make and that they post of their atrocities to stay up there.
Yeah.
And he's not taking them down. He's not shadow banning them. He's not hiding them. Here you go.
And that's what is freaking out the MSM and the left and a lot of the EU, because they have a vested interest in Twix. Yeah. They have a vested interest in controlling what people see,
The narrative.
not only for the narrative, but also for the agenda.
Oh, yes.
And
that too.
yeah, and Ian's accent is coming out. Yes.
Oh,
Strongly.
Yeah.
All right.
So what we're seeing is John Q. Public is getting to see what's going on without filters.
And like I said, it's the Hamas people putting their own cell phone videos up.
Yeah.
Well, and the EU said, well, it's disinformation. No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not disinformation.
Well, it is just like the mainstream media, the administration, Blinken, Austin, all of them are saying, well, there's no direct proof of Iranian involvement. Excuse me?
Yes, there is.
Friggin' Hamas
Thanked them for it.
thanked them for the input and the help in scheduling and planning. Also, although now it is questionable whether or not the money will be available,
I'd like to speak. When you're done, I want to speak about that.
the administration has not officially, quote unquote, pulled back the $6 billion. However, they trotted out a deputy secretary of the Treasury today who said that no money has been dispersed and that there is an agreement in place between Treasury and Qatar. I don't know what the agreement is, but
Okay. This is going to get a little technical. It really is. How many people know what the Hawala system is? Hawala. Hawala.
Yeah.
Hawala is an ancient method of money transfer. Started in, depending on who you listen to, it's either India or the Middle East. And I personally go for the Middle East.
probably about 1,000
It's
or
old,
earlier.
old. And it's a money transfer system based on trust.
Yep.
It was designed for a non-literate system with huge air gaps, to what the children say. What you do is, for instance, I could go to a Hawala dealer in, for instance, Johannesburg.
Yeah.
I could give him $1,000 or whatever, and a code. And the code could be anything.
Mhm.
A word, a phrase. Typically, it's a phrase. So you give them the Hawala dealer $1,000 and a code. He notifies. Let's say I've got family in Dubai, big Hawala center in Dubai, and he's this needing $1,000. He goes to a Hawala dealer in Dubai, who has been notified of what the code is. My brother gives the passphrase. That dealer hands him $1,000. Knowing that sometime in the future, the money will be made good.
Yeah.
It will not be done immediately. It may not even be done in a year. But some way, and it may be passing debt from dealer to dealer, but the debt will be settled. Because if either one of them does not follow up on a Hawala debt, they will be removed from the system.
Mm-hmm.
This is a system that's been going on centuries.
Yeah.
And the current world governments hate it because there's no way to track it.
Yep.
Because money never actually changes hands at the time of the deal.
Yep.
And
there's no paperwork and no tracking.
There's no paperwork. There's no tracking because the money doesn't actually move. I could go to a Hawala dealer in Valletta and send money to any Hawala dealer in the Middle East for anyone else for a minimal fee. I would pay a minimal fee, and sometimes the other party pays a minimal fee, but not usually.
Yeah, Jerry, it's like a 1% fee.
Yeah, 1 to 10, depending on where you're having to send it, what your deal is. If you have a Hawala dealer that you've been dealing with your entire life, and you were dealing with his father before him, it's a 1% deal. If you're brand new, just introduced by me, it's going to be a little bit more. And so what Iran is doing, Iran loves Hawala. They love the Hawala system. So Qatar has the money. They, knowing that Iran will pay them sometime in the future, will make the money available because Iran will make good on the Hawala debt.
Money is fungible.
So Qatar will send the money they have, their money, wherever Iran needs it to go, knowing that sometime in the next 10 years, Iran will pay them back. Hawala. So anybody that says that no money is being transferred
is full of it.
Needs to have their license to adult revoked or fucking learn the Middle East.
Yeah. The other dude, Sir Brass, off-topic quote of the day. Do you have any more holes that need healing? I am not even going to ask what the rest of that
Somebody asked if there are fees. There are fees.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's depending on your relationship with the initial dealer. It's the Middle East. It's all negotiable.
Oh, okay, Sir Brass. Leg stump wounds are ugly. Yeah.
Yeah. So anybody that says that money's not going anywhere, they know it's there. They know that Iran will get their little dick hooks on it sooner or later.
Yep.
And Iran is very much aware of the Hawala system. They're very Middle Eastern.
Yep.
They will pay their Hawala debts. Might be next year, might be 5 years, might be 10 years, might be 20 years down the road.
Yeah.
And what really gets, okay, let's say my dealer, Joe Berg, he has sent $1,000 to Dubai. There is a Hawala in Tangiers that owes him $500, and one in Djibouti owes him $500. Well, he transfers those debts, and they transfer those debts, and there's a very, very strict. They know exactly where every bit of the money goes.
Yeah.
They know exactly where it goes, and it can be transferred from dealer to dealer 1,000 times.
If you think about it,
you can't track it.
And if you're a historian, it's really the start of the banking system, which was quote unquote done by the Crusaders. All they did was take Hawala and formalize it with paperwork.
What happens when the recipient is no longer around to receive anybody that's one of the beauties of the Hawala system. Anybody that has the passcode gets the money.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen that old faded Hollywood trope about the half coins?
Yeah.
or the half charms, the charms that fit together. That has also been used in Huala. If you have the part that matches, you get the money. They don't ask for ID. If you have the passcode or whatever is required for money release, they don't ask who you are. They don't care.
Yeah.
He has what is required. He gets the money. Well, he should have had it. You shouldn't have let your passcode slip, Scooter.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Well, one of the issues in Israel right now is who and what Mossad are doing. There are password is swordfish. No. There are a lot of questions coming up, at least on the back channel side, about what got missed and where. And one of the things that has come out is the supposed reports, which apparently one of which is originated from DOD, that Egypt told Israel a week ahead of time something was going to happen.
Well, that's the thing.
However, in talking to people back channel, apparently if there was a comment, it was a generic, they're getting sporty comment, which happens about every other friggin' month.
It's a day in the NY.
Yeah.
There's
Exactly, Sir Brass. It was misinformation. Well, what they're trying to do is put the blame on Israel and Intel for missing it.
Sometimes you do.
How many days can you sit on alert? For those that are
how many times can you go to alert?
Yeah.
Your 365th day of being on alert because some Islamist meatloaf is fixing to is allegedly going to do something.
Yeah.
Your 365th day of doing that, you kind of
or the
the thing about paraglider is there's a big paraglider industry and is apparently the tourists do it on the beach all the time.
Yeah.
It's not intensive to learn how to do it. It's not intensive learning curve.
Yeah.
Tourists do it on the beach.
Yep. You can't stay alert all the time. Anybody that's been in the military stowed watches knows that. Anyway, on
the physiological limitation of the brain is about 45 minutes of intense focus.
Yeah.
And after that, you have to take a break.
Yeah.
I imagine that there's a whole bunch of human assets.
Yeah.
In the Gaza Strip are about to have a come to Jesus meeting with Hamas or with Mossad.
Well, I was talking to a friend of mine earlier this morning about that, and the way to fix that whole area, other than turn it into a parking lot, is you go block by block and house by house.
The way to fix that whole area, and I hate that it's come to this, I really do, but the way to fix that whole area is to pull up a battle group, send the Marines in, grab every person they see, check to make sure they're not a hostage, load them on 747s, fly them to Tehran International Airport, land on tarmac, throw them off the plane, and take off again. Mm-hmm. And keep doing that till Gaza's empty.
Yeah.
They are Iran's problem. Offload them on the Tehran taxiway.
Yep. Of course, some of the wackos on the left would be perfectly happy if they were brought here. Anyway, in brighter news,
better news,
there are books coming out.
Yes, All Will Burn. All Will Burn went live today. So,
ignore all the out tomorrow bullshit.
Yeah, the out tomorrow Amazon. Yeah, Amazon being Amazon.
So no. We do this on purpose because Amazon is Amazon. So we anticipate there being a problem, which sometimes leads to the delightful surprise of it's early.
Yeah.
So All Burn is out. Y'all need to buy this. Especially it's rather top. I'm doing it again.
Yes, you are.
It is rather topical. So y'all need to buy this. Let all your friends know to buy it. I'd like to make Casey and Marissa Wolf squee a little. So if everybody could buy it and give us give us an orange tag would be nice.
And send money for rope so I can tie his friggin' chair down so he doesn't go over backward.
Again.
So I had fun with the cover of All Will Burn because it is a. Well, first of all, I did not use Casey as a cover model on purpose. However, when I'm looking at a gritty science fiction Madonna and Child with Casey Azel's face on it, I know when I have found the perfect thing for
You've
the
got
cover.
the cover on there, right?
I do have the cover on here. Give me a
So
second and I'll find it.
Now the great thing is, as soon as we figured out that we were going to need to do a second one, because God, y'all are good.
Yeah.
We did one that's sort of similar, but with a male model, a father figure.
Mhm.
And Casey said her ovaries squeaked when she saw it. It's like, yep, that one. We're going with that one.
The problem is that I have a lot of stuff on this, so finding it that way is probably not the best way.
gee, where have I heard that excuse lately?
You're trying to find the image for the library thing.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I knew.
Amazon.com.
I do have a draft with another image, so if we get
Okay.
to the point where we have to,
Will burn.
but yeah, that's the thing with doing the covers for these because I'm using the AI to
Yeah.
find art. I can prompt it with my words,
Yeah.
and I can nerf and tweak and
Piece of it.
and dozens of attempts later, I will finally get something that's just perfect. But it takes a while, and it is one of those things of
Give me the cover. Thank you. Now leave it alone.
it's one of the things of I know what I'm looking for,
Yeah.
but I don't necessarily know it until I see it.
Yeah.
So
Yes, with a shoulder fired weapon.
So it's live. I really like. There she is.
A bigger version.
a bigger version. So yeah, the whole thing with getting that image and looking at it and going, I have just created the science fiction Madonna and Child
Yeah.
iconography for this book. And even before I knew we had enough stories, I was already working on the male version of that, which
Yeah.
I originally was like, well, if we'd only run to one, I'll do that for the back cover. And I did something else for the back cover. So if you buy the print version, you'll get to see that.
Yeah.
Carlton, cover says all will burn. Listy says or all will burn. Just run with it.
It's
Just
Amazon
run with
again.
it. Just run with it.
These are the things that we will have to go in and tweak and fix because there's always something.
I love Ben's comment. Nothing ironic about all of burn dropping now. No,
Right?
Well,
not a bit.
I know.
Timely.
It's
Yeah.
Friday the 13th release date. So it came out today, so it's a better omen. But also, the timing is just.
Yeah.
But it's like the PTSD anthologies.
Yeah.
All Will Burn has stories that are parents who do anything for their kids.
Yeah.
Do you have the second cover?
I don't think I do.
I think she rolled her eyes at me.
No, I didn't. No, that wasn't a roll.
You're
of
gonna throw her
eyes.
under the bus.
It was a. I don't think I do because I'm not sure I have access to that account on this thing.
Anyway, so just run with it. Buy the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, please buy the book. Okay. The cookbook. We have extended the deadline for recipes to October 27th. If you have recipes you haven't sent in yet, send. Moggy's Back in Space will be out October 27th. This is our next launch. He Was Dead When I Got There closes October 30th. And the Steampunk Anthology has now opened. So if you have steampunk stories, send them.
Carlton, I don't know if that's good or bad. Met my wife on a blind date on Friday the 13th.
So,
that could be interesting.
Yeah. Show Casey some love and Marissa some love and buy this book.
Yeah.
5 emails of.
Recipes will at least get one automated email acknowledgement.
I will see to that.
Oh, we don't have an automated acknowledgement set up on Rack Press Recipes. That's we can ask for it to be done, but it's outside of the scope of the person that we're asking to receive the recipes to set that up. So
Yeah.
we'll have to figure out if it's a possibility. So
Damn, she's put up with you for 48 years, Carlton, and hadn't killed you yet. That's pretty good.
Actually, Moggy Space 3 is subtitled "A Galaxy Fur Away." That's a Rita thing.
that's a Rita.
That's
thing.
a Rita thing.
English majors. Oh, bane of my existence.
Where else are we?
Oh, Matt, since you're on here, the other place I was thinking about for oysters was Hank's down in oysters. What?
There was an R in that word in a place where it isn't normally.
Oysters.
Hank's down in Panama City, which is another hole in the wall.
Panama City,
Florida.
Okay, I was going to say Panama City, Panama, or knowing you, it could be any of
Very
those.
hip deep in Panama City. Panama's hip deep in Chinese, I hear.
Yeah.
The postcards from Pecan. Everybody is recovering. Give us a bit.
Yeah.
It'll get out there. Just give us a bit.
It's in theory, it's being worked on this weekend. Someone ran away so that she could have some uninterrupted time and space to get more work done. It is. I do the images, and then I walk away.
Yeah.
And Jonna and Courtney do the hard part. And then they hand it back to me with the 20 selected, and I go back to work on creating the book. So I'm walking away. I have other things I'm working on.
Yeah. We've all got other things we're either working on or supposed to be working on.
Yeah. If the universe could quit, I feel like I'm in this giant sandbox. The universe is scraping sand over me. And if they could pause, if the universe could pause on sand scraping for just a bit,
You
I would.
just wish it was the universe, not a large cat.
And you call yourself an author. So
No, I don't call myself an author. I'm a storyteller that tries to put words on paper that make sense.
after Friday, Rita will have an announcement, I think. So Rita will have good news after Friday.
Friday the 13th and 1307.
I wish the universe would quit scratching sand over me.
This, as we were discussing this past weekend, this has been an odd year for a lot of folks.
It's been an odd couple of years.
But
Since 2020, it's just been kind of down the crapper.
yeah, Larry put up an interesting post yesterday or this morning on.
Teresa, where's my story?
Yeah, it's been a weird year. And Larry was talking about the community that we have. Yeah, interesting times can go pound friggin' sand up a rat hole.
I'm just.
But the communities that we have, Larry's group, what we're forming down here,
Poor Teresa.
Are you teasing authors again?
I am
reaching out to
teasing one of my
people,
authors.
reaching
Teresa-
out to people and helping people.
Teresa's a sweetheart. I can't help but tease her every now and then.
Yeah.
Her descriptions of her randy goats is just.
No, just no.
I have this mental image of a goat ears down to here, and I'm one of these days I'm going to take a picture of one of her goats that she posts, and I'm going to put it in meme generator. I'm going to just put sloot under it. Because I have no idea why it tickles me, but it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, the dumpster fire contained things last year. Yeah.
I'm just, every time I turn around, every time I get clear,
You stop that
Oh,
before
shit.
you go backwards.
um,
Saw Randy Goats open for Metallica.
apparently Teresa's neighbors get to hear Randy Goats opening every evening.
Oh boy.
Oh,
That's what
dear.
goats do.
Yes, Ben, she did.
Yeah, it's every time we fight clear of one train wreck, I look up and there's the headlights.
But the thing is, as a community, we have lifted people up.
Yes,
We
Well,
have
it's what you have to do.
helped people succeed. We have paid for people to do things that needed to be done.
Had each other's backs, which
Yeah.
is what you do. I don't understand. I don't understand the folks that don't understand this sort of thing. I really don't.
Well, their mentality is to tear people down. They want to be part of a group, but they want to be in charge of the group.
They're the crabs in the bucket. I'm
Yeah.
tired of it. I don't want to be a crab in a bucket.
Yeah.
It's like I was discussing last weekend. I was talking to somebody about the they were kind of taking me to task because of the rack press is not as a press we're not making that much money. We're making the same thing our authors are.
Yeah.
And that's on purpose. If we make more money, we take that much money away from authors. And authors are getting screwed hard enough as it is. I don't want to be part of the train. I want to be part of the rescue squad.
Yeah.
So, and we sat down, Raconteur Press. We all sat down and talked about this when we first started, and we're looking at the long term. After 2024, when we've got we got enough books out, and we'll probably do something similar in 2025. Actually, once we got all our books out, we'll be making money. It's just we're just going to hang on till then.
And we have a lot to learn. Well, that's what we're trying to do right now is to learn.
Yeah.
But we're not going to learn off of our author's income.
Oh, at least Rack Press isn't underperforming like Larry and Jason's new book. Oh, we've been underperforming for a while. If you ask certain people, we are a vanity press.
Excuse me, I'm the underperformer here.
That Rack Press
There's plenty of room for underperformance all the way around.
yeah, it's a big pool of underperforming.
Yeah.
If you talk to certain people, and oddly enough, it's in the same pool that are jumping on Larry and Jason right now.
Yeah.
We're just we're a little know nothing, flash in the pan I'm doing for my own ego. They've not met my ego yet. I've got a healthy ego, but not in this.
Well, we try to help Evan. And it's the whole thing. Going back when we started this crap in 2016, really.
Oh, bloody hell.
2015, 2016.
Going back.
Hell, before that. Yeah, I hate to think how many freaking years. Anyway, it's about helping people make things happen. And you do what you can do, but if you have a group of people that are willing to help you without getting credit for it, shall we say, anonymously.
Even anonymous is great.
Yeah.
The American college system, the American MBA system, and social media has accustomed people since the 80s, the American university system, since the 80s, everybody thinks that if you're going to be successful, it needs to be now.
Yeah.
If you're a successful author, it was your first book that made you a multimillionaire and bought you silk suits. And social media is everybody, 15 seconds to fame. You have 15 seconds to be
Yeah.
famous. It's not throughout the majority of humanity's past. This has not been the case.
Don,
It's
it's
a
been more than
long, slow haul to making money, and I'm an amateur historian. I know how people work. That's the way we're going to do it.
Don. It's been over 10 years.
But
How long we've been bugging her to write shit.
yes, J.K.
David,
Rowling,
publish the shit yourself. You make more money that way. You have control of it.
I missed something.
David said, waiting for you to publish a story collection. Publish it yourself.
We'll do it either way.
Well, Don, if you really want us to, we can tell you exactly how many years it's been.
The old saying, I heard this saying back in Africa in my childhood, that a rising tide lifts all boats.
Yeah.
This is the whole crab bucket thing doesn't work.
Yeah.
The rising tide, help everybody, and everybody will help you.
Yeah.
I mean, I owe so many people for helping me through the whole legal bullshit that I'll never repay that debt to people.
Yeah. Worst thing that could happen to be an overnight success. Yeah.
Again, throughout humanity's history, it's not the majority. It's less than a 0.1% of people that find the gold.
Yeah.
Or that one stock market thing.
Yeah.
Or the .com that explodes.
Yeah.
That's not normal. And people decided that's normal. That the J.K. Rowling's and Larry Correa's stratospheric success with their first book is normal. No, it's not. It's a long, slow slog, and you'll get there, but you have to be patient.
Yeah.
And you have to treat your people well and properly.
Yeah.
You treat your people right, they'll treat you right. That's the way of it.
Yeah. Julie makes a good point. Files have dates on them. It is horrifying. When you look back and I go, oh my God, I started that. When? Yeah. Dot being a good example.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, funny story, Dot and Peter were up in Kansas at a museum with James Young, who was giving them a tour of an airplane I used to fly on. And Dot sent me a picture of the radar station on an AC-121. My first comment to her was, why in the hell is it Russian blue? Some asshole painted the interior of the airplane the wrong color blue.
Of course they did.
I don't know if that was a little dig at somebody or what, but it's literally the Russian greenish blue when it's supposed to be light blue, about the color of his shirt. Really, people?
There are so many
Not
different
your
shades of
shirt, his shirt.
there are so
but
many different
flowers.
shades of
Yes, but you're
okay.
both blue.
The flowers. For God's sakes, you pay attention to detail, people.
Teresa, we're 2024. We've got several that coming up that are not sci-fi, and in 2025, I'm hoping to branch out. We've made a name for ourselves in sci-fi, and I'd like to branch out into some other stuff, just
We do.
gently
We have
and slowly.
We have a lot of stuff that is very conducive to fantasy, but we also have a lot of things like the Malta series that are
Anything.
broad,
Yeah,
anything. And that is part of why we get so many submissions, because we give authors room to play.
So when are we doing romances? No, that is way out of my wheelhouse.
I mean, we do have the editor for that. But
We have the editor for it. And quite frankly, my id has gone nuts, and I'm actually writing stuff that I can't publish because
You want
No.
to sit next to him? I'm
Okay.
going to move.
when you talk about stuff that you can't publish, what are we talking about here? Oh, John Ringo, no?
much worse.
John
Yeah.
Norman?
Yeah, much worse. The last chapter I wrote would make John Norman go, "Oh, this kid needs to back off a bit. Slow your roll, Scooter. Pump the brakes." No, my
Because
id
there
is
is a market for this kind of thing, we realize.
no.
Teresa says,
No.
so I may need the info on a romance editor for a friend. Pen names, yes, pen names.
Pen names. We can talk about pen names.
Oh,
And Teresa goes, actually for a friend, because I'm just a future illustrator.
it's one of those things that you let the id loose, and it's like you pray to God that nobody's going to read this because God Almighty, that'd be embarrassing. Woo-hoo!
Uh,
The inside of my head is not a
John
not a
Ringo,
nice place.
John Ringo, the fans that he got after Ghost, he said you can't beat them off with the stick because they like being beaten with sticks.
yeah.
Nope.
It's like, John, you did this to yourself, man.
Gurgle the Spurgle, a romance anthology.
I'm not sure romance is the right genre for that title, actually.
Which pen is short for penetration?
Apparently, Courtney is willing to discuss a romance anthology eventually. That's between y'all.
Is Courtney on?
Yes, she
Yeah.
is.
Okay, good.
And Tiffany says, I can do Spurgle romance. Tiffany?
No. Another season, another reason for making Spurgle. Ooh, Tom Rondeby's on a roll. That right.
Spurgle Mitts uncovered a romance anthology. College girls in Germany. Yes.
Hell to the gnaw. Thank you. So let's
Yep, Teresa's a southern
let's
lady.
steer this away from my id because
Spurgle is a catcher. Ouch. 50 Shades of Spurgle. Dawn.
I think we've already suggested that one.
Yeah.
oh, what's Teresa done this time?
Bless this mess.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Oh, good Lord. So
Somebody better.
yeah, right. Buy or all will burn. Recommend it to your friends. Have them buy it. Who would be risk pitching if Spurgle is catcher? Tijuana Donkey.
Yeah.
Can't believe I just said that. Oh, I can't believe I just said that.
Honestly, you could have been reading from the chat. So
Spurgle is one just sent the hawk splattered all over the inside of a farmhouse. What happens between two cyborgs and ATM is none of the biological's interest.
Poor Teresa. Stop it. Oh, we called.
Spurgle, why is there a sheep costume and a Bob Marley fence in your bedroom?
Sparkle. Poor Jason. I have this nasty habit of calling people, and I've got numbers people don't know I have, and he didn't realize I had his number, and
it was not my fault.
Nope, and he still has no idea where I got it. So poor Jason, I called poor Jason to ask him, to demand where my story was, because I do that. And several other people in the shop at the time needed to talk to him or his wife. So we're passing the phone around, and it's Jonna, and I forget. It's like passed it with 3 or 4 people.
Well, he said Melanie was there, and would I like to talk to her? And of course, I wanted to talk to Melanie.
So and then Mel, he got passed around 4 or 5 times. He got on there and he said, I feel like I've been passed around more than a hooker at Tijuana donkey show. I like this man.
Yeah.
I like the way this man thinks.
I've known him for more than 20 years now, and I'm very fond of him. And once in a great while, I get him to crack into a big grin, and it's always worth it.
Velcro gloves.
Those Velcro gloves? Well,
Steph, for God's sakes, woman. I will be sending you something here shortly to occupy your time.
Lord, I need to shave. Oh, I need to shave. So
Former sheriff of Dyer County was caught in a motel room with a live sheep.
we are losing sheep. We're losing sheriffs left, right, and center. You
Yep.
notice that?
Yep.
Sheriff's getting caught doing naughty things, and
Yep.
30 days in jail? I was shocked.
Yeah.
For those who don't know,
And they took his peace officer license, so he'll never be a cop again, at least in Texas.
well, I'm not sure that how I've read the statutes. I'm not sure that they can actually do that.
Yeah, that's what the jury said, so we'll see.
I'm not sure the jury can hand down that because
Gore paid the bills for a long time.
not going there.
Yeah.
I'm writing this. My id is not a good place.
Yeah, Steph, I'm fighting the formatting on the anthology. So as soon as I get it wrapped up, I'll send it to you.
Okay, Space Cowboys 4, the title that I got from the chat is Space Cowboys 404, Cow Not Found. Cow Not Found. David suggests Space Cowboys 4, No Sheep, There I Was. Remind me for Space Cowboys 5.
Padre says, get your mind out of the gutter. My mind wants to play through. Padre.
And he's
No.
Padre.
No. And the hell of it is I'm writing some really funny scenes. I'm going to have to adapt them somehow. I'm not sure how.
Pen names. Pen names are a thing.
No.
Yeah.
One of that bunch will figure out what it is. I'm not going there. No.
I'll just go back and look through the suggestions.
I'm not going to have a book of BDSM smut handed to me at a con for my signature. Because that bunch will figure it out.
Oh,
So, no, it's not going to get published.
And Courtney says, send it to me when you're ready.
No.
I'm not illustrating it. I'm really bad with drawing people.
No.
Now,
No.
I can do animals, but that's a whole other thing.
No. No.
I didn't know you did animals in those poses.
Well, given that I'm sitting here and drawing a Stygian squirrel, I can do animals. So if it's furry,
Yeah.
possibly scaly.
Like I said, I am not going to have this story handed to me at a con by somebody grinning at me asking for my autograph. No. So, no.
There's an easy way around that. Don't release it in print.
Ebook only.
Ebook only.
Because that bunch will print it off, put it in a cover so they can watch me blush. No, not going to
Well,
happen.
you know, you've just set yourself up. People are going to do that to you anyway.
Well, they can, but I could be able to say with confidence, that ain't mine because it ain't out there.
And they'll go sign it anyway.
Yeah, Rick T. Somebody will print a hard copy just to get the graph. Exactly.
Yeah.
So if it's not out there, they can't print it. And one of you little bastards can show up and hand me something, and I'll know it ain't it because I'm not publishing it.
Tom goes, hey, whatever tilts your kilt. Somebody did a lobster porn.
Why is Teresa going yay?
These people obviously don't listen to the broadcast enough. There have been people that have done cuttlefish porn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know why.
Oh,
I think they
that's-
ran out of other ideas.
Well, they had to take a swing at tentacle porn from something else.
But at least cuttlefish are cute.
Depends on the size.
So yeah, no, I'm not. It's I'm serious. I'm not going to print it. I will probably take. Because I'm writing some really funny stuff. Funny BDSM. Who the fuck? Fantasy BDSM.
Okay, well, here's the thing. If sex isn't funny, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Then I'm
Because
obviously
it
not
is
doing it wrong.
inherently absurd.
Yeah.
And the thing
If you're not having fun,
I'm not writing it on my
I
computer.
was
which is
reading
really scary
I
for
was reading a writer's thread, and it might have been in Writer's Dojo, I don't remember. But they were talking about writing romance and how someone was saying that she never wanted to see a funny sex scene because there's nothing funny about sex. And I'm like, you poor woman.
She's
What
not
the
been
hell?
doing it right.
You have been deprived.
But like I said, there's some really I've got some of my funniest stuffs in there. I'm gonna have to break it out and scrub a whole bunch of smut off of it because there's some really funny stuff in there.
Ian vibrating the table is giving me some good organic jagged lines.
Stressing out of it.
Animal husbandry, that's all it was.
But
Tickling is allowed after all, yes.
it's required in some cases. Oh. No, it's fantasy.
Just you can tell he's wound up.
Oh, shit. See, also, sloot goats. Yes.
Oh, Brennan. Oh, God, Brennan. Ah. I got animal husbandry detail. I hope so, Teresa, since you have goats out there that are.
Sloot goats.
Yeah.
Goat sloots. Oh, no, so my muse is
what,
coming
Joel?
back.
Hang on. Is this the time to mention the Tumblr meltdown that fictional characters cannot
Yes.
consent to
Oh
sex?
my gosh.
Oh my God. That's got to be somebody taking the piss. That is so stupid.
That is Titania McGrath level trolling.
Yeah,
Right there.
that is so stupid.
Yeah.
That is so stupid. For those of you who don't know, some idiot intersectionalist has got his,
So you
her,
repeat yourself.
or Zer's knickers in a knot over the fact that a fictional character can't give informed consent. Thus, nobody's supposed to actually write sex scenes because no consent can be given or authorized.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
By a fictional character.
Utterly
Which-
ridiculous is right.
It
Yes,
is
we-
utterly ridiculous. And I don't usually put sex in my stories, but honestly, I'm about to start putting some
Yeah.
in just because.
Yeah.
Twisting someone's knickers.
Brian makes an excellent comment. So many times I've advised young men, if you can't find a woman who can make you laugh in bed without ruining the mood, she's a keeper. Yeah. And the reverse is true. If you're not laughing and having fun, all it is a biological function.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Spider put it best that without the emotion, all an orgasm is a genital sneeze.
Yeah.
And when sex has sunk to that level,
Yeah.
then it's transaction and that's it.
Well, it's been that for a long time. Yeah. Ben says, NTT hackers, your mission, should you choose to accept it.
Good luck.
Some of us can point them in the right direction.
Well, no, it's just that my squirrels, half of my squirrels are saying, I saw General Sneeze when they opened for The Cure back in 92. And the other half is writing a fucking scene.
Padre says, considering how often the characters take over the story, how do you know they aren't consenting? Excellent point.
Right? The genital sneeze quote, by the way, comes from Lady Slings the Boobs.
Yep. Spider Robinson.
Yep. Weird man, very weird. Jonna's not here to talk about because she actually knows him.
Yeah.
But all I know is from reading what he's written over the years. And,
Yeah. Callahan's.
Callahan's good, but some of the other stuff is like,
Oh, yeah. The life, whatever trilogy with his wife.
Y'all do realize that my conception of the internet and the cloud is Magic Elf Box. You give it fried chicken and it works. So I don't trust it because near as I can tell, anybody can. So I do physical security. If I can't, if somebody's going to get into it, I'll be able to shoot them.
Oh, really, Doug? Hopefully you're going to share that for the cookbook. Yeah. Sex and zero gravity. It's already been tried and done.
I'm sure.
Did we put humans into free fall?
Yes.
Yes. Then we tried it.
Because humans.
Genital Sneeze opened for Limp Bizkit back in '98.
Somebody else's squirrels went the same way mine did.
Oh, Tom.
Jobu, I give you rum, I give you smoke, but still, you still do not give back internet smut. Well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Again, I just this shit's embarrassing.
Leslie Fish wrote a song about that. You got to have leverage. Yeah, that's true.
I'm not going to rock for the last. I'm not going to rock this.
That's not what Dawn was talking about.
What? What's Don talking? What's Don
Got to have leverage.
for what?
Zero G, if you're going to do anything.
Bungee cords.
That could hurt in so many ways.
And
Bungee cords have woven, which will trap hairs.
Yes.
if the shuttlecraft is rocking, don't bother knocking.
I think Courtney's already written that particular
Probably.
Alien Bride story.
Probably.
Jesse says, classic Phil, home on LaGrange. And you got to be a science nerd to get that one.
You came out with the bungee cord response a little too quickly. Moving on.
Velcro again.
Yes, isn't that why they invented Velcro?
Yeah. Works
Sheep.
well.
Why they invent Velcro? Because sheep are fast.
In space.
They're sheep.
I
They're
mean,
stupid and they're fast.
I've written chickens in space. On a space station, they escaped from their pen. And do you know how much of a mess chickens can make?
Oh, God. I know how much of a mess they can make on land.
Instructions unclear. Caught in chicken.
Yeah.
I may have written the words "a swirling vortex of chickens."
Yeah. Thruster has a little
Are we
afterburn to
done
it.
yet? Yes, we are. We are 2 minutes over. It's time to put this to bed. Oh, wait. To stop it.
Martian hillbillies rejoice.
You're just making it worse.
And
I know.
you're turning redder than your hair.
Oh.
Oh.
Fuck. I should have brought this up. I blame Hamas.
Anyway, folks, thanks for joining us for another week.
Not going to happen.
Huh?
It's just for those of you. No, it's not going to happen.
Frank is confused. Yeah.
He's so confused.
Bye.
Ma.
Y'all have a good, safe weekend. Remember, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff.
And please
You don't know where
remember
it's been.
to buy
Buy
or
the
all
books.
will burn. Please. Let's make Casey happy. So she'll send me more stories.
Take
Y'all
care,
go
folks.
away.